guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so thankful and so excited to have you here today. Alright, today I am here to jump in and talk with you guys about a great Weight Watcher trick. And this is something that worked for me a really long time ago when I very first joined Weight Watchers about 5 years ago. And now they've just launched the new program and I am personally needing to lose 10 to 15 pounds. I decided I need to get back to my roots. So I was thinking, what was it that I did before that made this work so well for me? Because I did really great when I was in weight loss mode. I lost 50 pounds, I hit maintenance, and since then I have gained some of that back. So I'm really excited to just kind of have a fresh start with this new program, Personal Points, and I felt like I needed to go back to what worked with me before. So that's what I'm here to share with you guys today. Okay, this is actually really hard to explain, so I'm going to do my best because I don't feel like I'm very good at explaining things. So hang tight with me and let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, so what I did before was I took all of my points, my daily and my weekly. I'm going to go over that in just a second. But I basically made a budget for all the meals of the day, and then I always saved some for snacks because I love snacks, and that is how I made the program work for me. So now with Personal Points, of course everybody has different amount of points and it's very personalized, which I think is awesome. So for me personally, I have 26 daily points, I have 28 weekly points, and my 0-point foods are fruits and veggies, fish and eggs. Oh, and popcorn. I just added popcorn to it. I'm so excited about that. So anyway, so I get 26 daily and 28 weekly. So here's how I make this work. I take my weekly points and I divide it by 7. Since I have 28 weekly points, divide that by 7, and that's going to be 4. So then I take those 4 and add them to my daily. So instead of eating 26 points a day, my goal is to eat 30 points a day, or I'm allotting myself 30 points a day to eat. And so I basically try to give each meal of the day a certain budget. So with that, I like to give breakfast and lunch 6 points each. And then dinner, I give myself 10. So now I have, what is that? That is 22 points total. So that leaves 8 extra for the day for snacks, which I love. So here's kind of how I make this work. So I'm going to use the example of a breakfast I had the other day. So I made my coffee, which was 1 point, and then I used a piece of toast, 1 point. I did 1 Laughing Cow cheese, which is 1 point, and I did 1 egg, which is for me 0 points. So I am now at 3 points, and I have allotted myself 6 points. So when I have those 3 points in my mind that's left over from breakfast, what I do is I either add that to like my lunch and dinner and just give myself a little more wiggle room, or else I add it in my mind to my snacks at the end of the day or throughout the day. So instead of having my 8 points, I'm gonna now have 11 points. And that's basically how I tell my points what to do. So the way how I think of my points is I think of it as like time management and money management. This is points management. I feel like if you don't tell your time and money what to do, they're gonna be gone like that, right? So that's the same way with your points. I feel like if you give them a direction of where to go and give kind of like boundaries with your meals, then to me I feel like that gives more success, and it's not like you're like flailing around like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like you're like, I've got a goal. My goal is to stick with 6 points for breakfast. My goal is to stick with 6 points for lunch. My goal is to stick with 10 points for dinner, and then the rest is for snacks. So anyways, for me, that personally worked really well. And I also feel like, no, did it work perfect all the time? Not at all. So I do feel like here is what makes Weight Watchers really unique. I feel like if you work Weight Watchers a similar way to that, and you just stick to doing that, consistency, weight loss and health and all that is all about consistency. Is not a quick fix. A quick fix never does the job. It is always about consistency. If you make a mistake, rather than beating yourself up and being like, great, I screwed up, I gotta start all over, and since I have to start all over, I might as well as eat this entire bag of cookies or chips because screw it. No, that's not how it works. Be consistent, and if you make a mistake, just move on. So, with that being said, for me, I am using up all of my points. I have nothing extra, and let's say something happens, like my mom calls me and says, hey Amy, you wanna go out to lunch? I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course I do. And let's say we go out to lunch and my lunch ends up being 35 points, you know, because we went somewhere really delicious. Am I gonna let that ruin my day? No way. Did I eat all of my weeklies and then some? I sure did. But that doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm gonna starve myself or not stick with my routine of my budgeting my points just because I went over a lot. To me, I feel like if you have moments like that where you went over, rather than trying to feel like, great, I gotta start all over, things like that, just jump back at it. Get back into it. Stick with your routine and know that it will work out in the end as long as you are consistent and you stick with it. So anyways, I hope that that helps, and I really, really hope that that made sense, because I feel like it is hard to explain point budgeting, just like I would have a terrible time explaining time management and money management. If for some reason that doesn't make sense, I would love it if you guys would let me know, because I want to explain this to where it does, and I would totally try this all over again. And I might even have my husband help me make this video if this one doesn't make sense, because he is a really good teacher. He just has a natural teaching skill, and I for sure lack in that department. So anyways, I just thought this was a great tip, and it worked so good for me, and I was hoping that if I shared this, this could help you on your weight loss journey and your health journey and all of that stuff. And I feel like Weight Watchers, it can be overwhelming sometimes. So I feel like giving your points a direction and a budget for each meal of the day, to me, can take some of the overwhelmingness out of it and be like, all right, I've got this many points to work with for the day. What's something delicious that I can have that stays within these different point values? So anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking time to watch. It means so much. If you guys have not subscribed, don't forget to do so. I am planning on bringing some more great tips and tricks and recipes and all that fun stuff your way. I'm super excited to be back here to be making videos, and now it's so much easier with all 3 kids in school and stuff like that. If you guys have any video requests, please let me know. I would love to hear it. And that's it. So be blessed with the rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.